Hi girls, this is follow on to the video I did on oxidation reduction at the beginning of the week. A couple of you came back, well actually only one or two, so again girls, several of you asked me for this and then those girls actually haven't replied. So if you're having a difficulty accessing the material, you're going to have to let me know remotely, otherwise I'm going to just assume that you don't want it anymore. And move on to a different topic. Okay, so this one is question 14.8 part B, and it posed a difficulty in terms of the individual in particular who sent it back. So I'll take a look at it because it does have a couple of differences on the one that I took a look at originally. So again, your starting point is to assign the oxidation numbers. So we're over here, we're taking a look at oxygen, it's -2, and there's 7 of them, so that's -14. In total, I need to get to -12 because there's two, or -2 I should say, because there's 2 minus overall on that molecule. So that leaves this one having to give me +12. +12 -14 will give me -2. And that means each chromium is worth +6. So that's the number they'll be looking for in the exams. This chloride anion is -1. And this chlorine over here, it's a compound and it's an element in its standard state. One of the rules states that the oxidation number of an element in its standard state is 0. And the chromium here is +3. So you can see that it's the chromium that has changed and the chlorine. So you're pulling those two equations out. So we'll start with the chromium, which is Cr2O7 2-, and it's going to Cr3+, and we start to take a look at what's happening. So the chromium individually is going from +6 to +3. So you're looking and seeing, how did it do that? Well, it gained 3 electrons. So it gained 3 electrons to go from +6 to +3. It got 3 more minuses. But this is where the error starts to happen. That's assuming I had 1 chromium. I was gaining 3 electrons. But I have to balance that idea up first. I actually have 2 on the left-hand side and actually only 1 on the right-hand side. So to balance that, I'm going to put a 2 here. And then I'm going to say, well, each of them is gaining 3 electrons because I'm going from +6 to +3. So in total, I'm gaining 6 electrons. The second part then is the Cl-1, and again you're going to Cl2, and you're going from a -1 to a 0. So here what is happening is you're losing 1 electron, but again I need to balance it. So I am losing 1 electron, and if we want to write it down like that to begin with, but I've got 2 of them here, so I need to put a 2 here to balance that out. So I'm total losing 2 electrons. So now to balance it, I'm gaining 6 and losing 2, so I'm going to multiply this one by 3. I'm not going to touch the top one because once I multiply this by 3, I'll gain 6 and lose 6 and I'll be perfectly even. So 3 by 2, that gives me 6 chlorines, losing 6 electrons and a 3 in front of that. So again, 3 by 1, that's where that's coming from. 3 by 2 is 6 and 3 by 2 is 6. So feeding those numbers then back into the original formula. So you're going to have your Cr2O7 plus your 6Cl- plus your H plus goes to your 2Cr3 plus, and the 2 is coming from up here, plus H2O and plus 3Cl2. And now we're down to balancing by inspection. But this is where I'm noticing where you're not quite getting the idea. So you're balancing the chromiums. I have 2 here. And I have 2 here, and I'm balanced now. And the ones or examples I'm getting is that you're just saying they're balanced, but they're actually not balanced in the original final equation. So just take a look at that and make sure that those numbers are matching. I have 6 chlorines on the left-hand side, and I have 3 by 2 over here, so I have 6 chlorines on the right-hand side. So now I know I've done that top bit correctly. And then looking at the oxygens, so I have 7 oxygens on the left-hand side. And at the moment I only have 1 here. So to balance that up, I'm going to put a 7 here. And now I have 7 oxygens on the right hand side. And then I'm going to take a look at the hydrogens. So on the right hand side I have 7 by 2, which is 14 hydrogens. So I need to put a 14 here to balance it out on the other side. And now I have 14 hydrogens on the end. And that's the correct answer, balanced. And that is the question 14.8b. So again, those of you who are working on it now, maybe try your C, D and E, and come back to me with your picture on C, D and E. This work isn't due until tomorrow morning, so I'm doing the video, sorry, on Wednesday evening, you don't know that. I'll post this video on Thursday morning to give the rest of you an opportunity to complete it within the deadline. And again, girls, if you're having difficulty, and particularly thinking of the couple of students who had asked me to do this, you need to be telling me that, and you do need to be doing the work from my point of view. Otherwise, the videos are very time consuming for me. And so I'll just revert back to giving you mock papers and taking a look at them, which I'm more than happy to do as well, depending on which way suits you. Okay, and I'll talk to you soon, girls. Take care. Bye.